Hey YouTube, we have an event this weekend starting Saturday, May 10th, 10 a.m. through Sunday to 8 p.m. And it is the debut of Kingambit's. Yeah, it's the debut in Pokemon Go. So let's go over the event details. We'll look at this Pokemon to see whether it is good or not in the Great League and Ultra League. If there's any other Pokemon in this event that you need to look out for. It's only a 2-day event. 2 times XP for evolving Pokemon, increased chance to encounter Shiny Nidoqueen wearing a crown, Shiny Nidoking wearing a crown, Shiny Slowpoke, Shiny Combee, and Shiny Litleo. So nice shiny options if you care about that. Catching Slowpoke may award a King's Rock, which you need to evolve Slowpoke. So Kingambit's the big blade Pokemon will make its debut in Pokemon Go. And the 2 new costume Pokemon, Nidoqueen, Nidoking with the crowns. So to get this Pokemon, you can evolve Bisharp, which a lot of people should have already. If you don't have it, you can. There are raids in the wild. Nope, just raids. Oh no, Summertrade, Pawniard in the wild. Here we're. So Pawniard evolves into Bisharp, and in the main series games, because I looked it up because I didn't know anything about this Pokemon, you needed like an item or something. But what they're gonna do in Pokemon Go is after you defeat. You can evolve Bisharp into Kingambit after you defeat 15 Dark type or Steel Pokemon in raid battles with Bisharp as your buddy. You do not have to defeat these Pokemon with Bisharp. That's a lot of raids. I thought this would be like battles, because if you can do it in battles with friends, or you can do it in battles with rocket leaders, and you had it as your buddy, and you didn't even need to use it, but you just had it as your buddy and you defeat them, that would add up. But 15 Dark or Steel Pokemon in raid battles. Do Dynamax count as raids? Because if Dynamax count as raids, that's better, because you can then just go around and do like some of the, I forget if they're still in there, but like the Drillbur and stuff like that. But 15 raid battles is a lot to get. But anyways, we'll look over the Pokemon anyways. Other Pokemon: Slowpoke, Slowkith, Piplup, Combee, Snivy, and Leo. Pawniard if you're lucky. Sneasel, Clink, and Pawniard in the raids. And then 3-star is your Nidoqueen and Nidoking with the crowns. Nothing much else to talk about. Let's talk about this Pokemon. Spoiler alert on the win-loss there. Okay, attack wise, so it's already got a couple things going against it. So Dark Steel is an interesting one. It makes you double weak to fighting, so right off the bat you have a double weak to fighting. I'm just trying to think what you're weak to. Dark weak to fairy, but Steel resists it, so that neutralizes it. Dark is weak to fighting, and Steel's weak to fighting, so you're double weak there. Steel's weak to fire, still weak to that. Weak to ground, still weak to that. So Dark, ground, fighting for sure, and fire. It seemed like the ones. What do you resist? Steel. A lot of resistances on Steel. So you resist Ghost on Dark, and then on the Steel, you got your Grass, and you got your Flying, and you got, I'm sure, a few others. Other Steels, Ice. So there's a lot of things that Steel resist. So the Steel typing in itself is pretty good with Dark typing. But the moves, so the stat product: 126 attack, 112 defense, 123 stamina, 1759 overall. Kind of a weird one. The attack's high, but it's not any sort of like glass cannon. It's not like your 130, 140 attack Pokemon. Your defense and stamina are low, but they're not like your sort of hundreds that you're getting on like Primeape and stuff. So I'm trying to figure out, like, it's kind of a weird stat product. I'm trying to figure out how this will actually, like, if I can compare it to another Pokemon, how this would play with a 1759 overall. So it's attack heavy enough, but it's not attack heavy enough that you're probably not one-shotting anything, especially with this moveset, X's or Dark Balls. You're not going to one-shot anything. I'm just trying to think how much damage you can take with a 112, 123 defense and stamina. You can probably live one move on a lot of things, but it's going to be still put you in the deep red every single time. So stats, not amazing. Fast move: Metal Claw and Snarl are your options here. So Snarl with the fast move energy, like the fast energy generation. Your charge moves: Dark Pulse, Focus Blast, Iron Head, X Scissor. So X Scissor and Dark Pulse in themselves are decent moves. They're not amazing moves. We can look at the win-loss record here, 20 and 28. So not surprising. Everything you're supposed to lose to. Your fighter, you're weak to. Ground, you're weak to. Azumarill is a fairy. He's going to resist a move. I guess you're just going to get outpaced, and Hydro is just going to one-shot you. Even though you resist the claws, I'm guessing Hydro is just such a nuke on this Pokemon that's going to one-shot. And then just like a lot of losses. Fairies, here's your Dark, Ground, stuff like that. Where are your wins? Malamar, because you are Dark and you resist Psychic. Oh, yeah, Psychic. So Dark also resists Psychic, which is great. But you are weak to Superpower here, but I guess you just outpace. And, the Psychic Pokemon that you can hit super effective against. The Ghost Pokemon you can hit super effective against. Some of the waters and grass you can resist. Dragon you resist on the Steel. That's another one I didn't mention. Dragon you resist. So I guess Dark resists Dark too, so you're going to resist these Sucker Punch users. So it's got some wins. As you can see by the distribution here, your losses are pretty hard, right? Being double weak to fighting means you're just going to get killed. And even some of these grounds and stuff, these are pretty bad losses. While your win, you have like 1 or 2 on the super high end, but for the most part, your distribution is definitely skewed left here, which means your average is going to be very low, that's a sign that this Pokemon is not going to be amazing, and it's actually worse in the Ultra League, 15 and 27. So I think the typing itself is okay-ish. I don't love being weak to fighting and ground when those two are very, very prevalent in this meta. But you do pick up some other resistances, which is nice. The stat product, again, is kind of a weird one. Not attack heavy enough to be a glass cannon. Not low enough defense and stamina to be considered a glass cannon. Like very, very glassy, but not enough to kind of take a lot of damage. So it's kind of a weird one. Snow X Scissor Dark Pulse. I like it for now. But yeah, probably one that you want a better moveset on. Snarl's fine as the energy generation. Dark Pulse I think is okay too. Maybe X Scissor needs to be better, but okay overall. So yeah, not anything you need to go for. I also looked at what else is out there. Obviously Snivy's out there, so Superior is a Pokemon that you want to get. And I even looked up Empoleon, but Empoleon, once Metal Claw got nerfed, Empoleon definitely slid down. So there's not much out there. But again, like if you don't have Pawniards and you can try and get a low IV one, that would be ideal. So I would be hunting Pawniards. And again, if you don't have Superior for Snivy, like definitely hunt that one. And Piplup too, because Empoleon has some play in limited cups, and you never know moveset updates. Oh, and the Slowpokes. So there is Slowpoke out there. Slowbro and Slowking in themselves will not be really relevant in any open Great League, but those, especially like the Galarian Slowkings, although this is not Galarian, but some of the Slowbros and Slowkings do have play in limited metas. So definitely grab some of those. Vigoroth was a beast and it got triple nerfed, so you never know what can come back. Like the safest thing is in these events, always go after everything because you never know. But if you want to be going after what is actually relevant now, Snivy and Pawniard for this event. Although Pawniard is not even relevant. Pawniard itself is good in limited, not even limited, in little cups. It has some like niche play in little cups. Bisharp has no play. It's so glassy. And Kingambit looks like it's kind of borderline for whether it's going to have any real play. But right now, I don't think so. So that is it. So on top of this, there's also a community day, and we'll check out that community day tomorrow. So thanks for watching, and have a good weekend. I'll see you guys in the next one.